We can't cure you with chemotherapy and radiotherapy.
If you're just treated with chemotherapy and radiotherapy, you have a 0% chance to be alive within 4 to 5 years.
For Sharon, a mum of 3 and grandmum of 3 more, they're devastating odds. 58-year-old trauma nurse Sharon has gone from carer to patient. She has a large, aggressive tumour in her colon, which she only discovered when it spread lower and she sat on it.
I got in the car one day and I just flew straight back out the car because I actually thought I had sat on a dog ball. It's 5 centimetres, so it's kind of about the size of a golf ball.
15,000 Australians a year are diagnosed with colorectal cancer, and too often, because of embarrassment, they're reluctant to seek help early.
Unfortunately, because I was too late getting to the specialists, it has hit the venous system in my bowel lining. So that means it's gone through the bowel itself and outside. For me as a nurse, I know what that means.
It means the prognosis could not be any worse. Together with her daughter Jessica, Sharon is meeting with colorectal cancer specialist Dr. Kirk Austin.
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Sharon's tumour is arising in her rectum. It has also spread beyond the wall of the bowel into local lymph nodes in her pelvis and towards the gynecological structures in her pelvis.
And then you see another hot spot here.
If you're just treated with chemotherapy and radiotherapy, you have a 0% chance to be alive within 4 to 5 years.
So surgery is Sharon's only hope. And up until recently, it wasn't even an option.
Going beyond the normal anatomical planes of the pelvis means that the tumours extend into the areas where most surgeons don't normally go to. And in these areas, you have major blood vessels, nerves, bones, really important structures.
But now, RPA is at the very forefront of revolutionising this complex surgery.
And if we were to remove that tumour with a clear margin, there's up to a 60% chance that you'll be alive in 5 years. And your quality of life should be good.
For Sharon, a mum of 3 and grandmum of 3 more, they're devastating odds, but better than they have ever been.
We can't cure you with chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And we know by, on average, 4 years, you won't be alive.
I really didn't actually want to know that.
58-year-old Sharon's aggressive cancer has spread throughout her body. The surgery she requires to remove it is so extensive, it wasn't even an option until recently.
I feel good that she's gone in, actually. Kind of feels like we're progressing, and that's good. One step at a time.
It's expected the operation will take around 10 hours. The surgical team will remove multiple organs from Sharon's pelvic region. This complex procedure has been months in the planning.
Techniques to sort of dissect those areas have evolved here at RPA, and that has really put this hospital on the international stage for this sort of surgery.
And considering the extent of everything he must remove today, Dr. Kirk Austin is determined to leave as much as he can intact.
That's such a nice tattoo around the belly button. So what we might do is not to disrupt that. So I'm going to go straight through it, and then at the end we'll make sure we close that back so it looks exactly the same.
Getting a clear margin of cancer-free tissue around the tumour will mean cutting into the pelvis itself.
You either need to take the bone, the major nerves which supply the legs, or major blood vessels.
When everything is ready, it's time to cut the pelvis.
Yes, at that point it does get a bit exciting, but there's also a calmness to the situation. Most surgeons love to operate, and that's why we do it. It's because you're actually helping people. There's a problem, you fix it, people get better.
So we remove the uterus, the ovaries, the upper part of the vagina, the rectum, and the presacral fascia and bone.
He's also finally removed the deadly tumour. It's massive. But after such extensive surgery, it's still an extremely critical time for Sharon. It's the morning after Sharon's 10-hour operation to remove a giant tumour spreading throughout her pelvic region.
Good morning. Hi, Jess.
Hello.
Morning,
Congratulations.
Sharon.
The man of the hour.
How are you?
Good.
Many of these patients take on average about 24 days to recover. They spend an average of 3 days in the intensive care unit. So it's a long recovery.
You comfortable?
Yeah. I've got a bit of pain in the pelvic area, but that's
To be expected, yeah. We were happy with the way things went
the
yesterday.
margin.
The tumor came out with nice clear margins. Everything went according to plan. Most importantly, I put your tattoo back together.
I heard.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember was I put your tattoo back together.
With everything we do, we like you to start getting up and moving around quite quickly. And we know that if we can get you up, walking and out of bed, that it reduces the chances of you getting complications. For example, your chest infection or clots in your leg.
Yep.
Once they have recovered, in fact, many of these patients return to a reasonable quality of life where they can go back to work and do normal things.
I'm actually feeling really good. I can feel the difference already, so that's good.
It's still early days, but so far, so good.
Amazing.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. See you,
Thank you
Jess.
so much.
Bye-bye.
A nurse herself, Sharon proves to be a model patient.
Yeah, okay.
We can, I mean, maybe once we get into blue, we'll get rid of it and we can do the last bit without it.
Okay.
Look at you. Good work.
You've got to be cleared to be able to walk up and down stairs and all of that sort of thing before they let you go. So I've been extremely lucky. There have been no hiccups along the way. So it's good to get out of bed. It's been 6 days now.
Nearly 2 weeks after surgery, Sharon's chances of beating an aggressive cancer have climbed a long way from zero.
Just 40 to 60%. Those are still pretty, scary odds, but I'm happy with them. The wound is beautifully healing. I might as well go home now and just have my own space, my own bed. You know, my grandkids can't come and visit me here. And when you get to this stage, you need to have people around you.
In a few months, Sharon could be back working on a ward herself. But for now, all she wants is to cuddle her grandkids.
See you, ladies.
Goodbye, Sal.